Hello, everyone. So this is sort of a weekly feature where I post a video going over the assignment for the week. So let's do this. So I want to do the introduction handout, and later on I'll do the data entry one. So thing number one that I want you to do is always put your name on here. That's me, so that you can upload it. I know there's no answers on this particular one, but in the future there will be. So I want to make sure that, you get in the habit of putting your name on these, I guess, for the future. So let's go ahead and do it. So download SPSS data files from Canvas. Kind of already did that. I need to locate the data file called SPSS introduction.save, download it to my computer. I have actually already done that. And then I need to find it and double click to open it. So let me go ahead and do that. I, of course, have this file on my computer already. So SPSS is opening. The big point of this assignment is just for you to start using SPSS, make sure it works on your computer. It really is the point of it and why it's such a early assignment. So here it is right here. This is our data screen. And in the data screen, not so shockingly, that's where our data is presented. So this is, I think, data from my intro to stat students. I used to have them fill out questionnaires. So we got their age, sex, self-esteem, assertiveness, healthy lifestyle, emotional intelligence in this file. And how big was that? 60 folks. Yeah, that's why I was like done teaching undergrads. So all I wanted you to do was, first of all, set your options for SPSS to do that. And these will last the whole semester. Go to Edit and Options. And under Edit and Options, I already have mine set, but yours says Display Labels. Change that to Display Names. And over on Output, click this thing, no scientific notation for small numbers in tables. The logic behind that is you get, this will give you those little E's, and it's kind of crazy. And the logic over here is I use the variable names, not the variable labels when I discuss things. So it just makes your life easier if you just go ahead and set these two options. So apply, and it tells you it'll do it next time you run something. So we're good to go. So those are those. So then I ask you to run a simple procedure and try exporting stuff. So go to Analyze up top, down to Descriptive Statistics, and then to Frequencies. And in Frequencies, I tell you to go ahead and move age over to the Variables box by clicking on that one in the middle. And it will, by default, make frequency distributions. That little thing is checked. But I do tell you to get some options. So I tell you to click under Statistics to pick up a couple things. So mean, median, and mode. In Central Tennessee, move the mouse to each of those and click. So go ahead and boom, 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 get those three. And that's it. I didn't go crazy. So I do suggest move. Wow, that's it. Okay, easy. So under chart, this is where you can get that histogram that I'm like try to figure out how you can get a histogram. You click histogram, and some folks like this normal curve, some folks don't. Doesn't matter to me if you like it or not, but if you want it, you just click that and that'll get it. You click continue and you click OK, and it is going to run the frequency of age once I click OK. And indeed, there it is. So you first get a stats thing. There's our mean, median, and mode. Then we get the frequency distribution. We'll talk more about these next week. But it's basically the ages were 20 to 45. And for this shows you the number of times each age occurred. So there was 10 21-year-olds in my class, 6 23-year-olds, etc. And here's that histogram with the normal curve superimposed. So the whole purpose of having you run this is not so that you're particularly good at doing frequencies. We actually cover it next week. It's to have you do a basic procedure so you get used to exporting output. So I want you to put your name on it. So I will double click where it says frequencies, and then you can actually type. You get a cursor, you put Scott Maston. That way I can figure out whose output it is. Click off once, it's still highlighted. So if you export, it might just export that one box. You got to make sure nothing's selected. So I clicked again, now nothing's selected. It'll export the entire output. All right. So to export, we go to File and Export. And I tell you to change this to Word.doc. Mine already is because that's what I use. And then you have to find a location to change your output. So I tell you username SPSS introduction output. So I will copy that. And I'm just going to save it to my, actually, I'll save it to my desktop, straight desktop, just to make life easy. You need to get in the habit, however, of making folders for each week so you can keep things organized, because there's a lot of assignments, a lot of stuff going back and forth in this class. So you want to start making subfolders for things. So that's kind of it. When I click save, it is going to export it. Sorry, when I click OK, it is going to export it, get this little window. And if we go to my desktop and look somewhere, there it is, SPSS introduction output. And you get a little bit more. It tells you stuff about the data file, but there is the output all exported. And unless I'm incorrect, that is kind of it. So to exit SPSS, actually a couple of things. I do suggest that you save this output as well in what's called native SPSS format. You don't have to. I recommend it. Why? Because you can't go back and sort of add stuff to that .doc file we just exported, but you can always open this if you mess something up and like add like, oh gosh, I should have done another analysis here. You can always add it. So I recommend you save these as well. So we're going to save this. And I'm just going to pop it on my desktop. And there we go, SPSS introduction output, not a bad name whatsoever. And it's going to save in SPV format, and that is basically SPSS's native format. When I click save, it saves it. We didn't change the data file, so we don't have to change the data file, but in weeks moving forward, I do also tell you to go ahead and save the data file as well, because we start making edits to them. So you're supposed to turn in this week this output, or excuse me, handout. And again, that's just to get you in the habit of turning in the handouts in the supporting output, because moving forward, we actually do have questions on here that you answer. So it's just that this week you didn't. So hopefully that makes sense. And if not, go ahead and hit me up. And I hope this video was helpful. All right.